Hello everyone. Oh goodness, my name is Tamika and welcome to my channel. As I continue on my journey of self-discovery, I just wanted to sit down and tell you a little bit that's been going on as I continue to work on my mindful consumption and not just about not purchasing more things, but thinking about the things that I want to say get rid of is such a strong word, but things that I just want to let go of in the future. So I started sitting back and thinking about my handbag and what handbags do I exactly use and which ones I don't use. And I needed to do a real clear out. So after years of collecting handbags and buying into trends and chasing luxury and convincing myself that I need another neutral toe, another crossbody, and really wanting to embrace mindful consumption and buy with intention. And I wanted to really appreciate what I own and stop chasing the next thing. So today I'm sharing the handbags that I am letting go of and also the ones that I've decided to keep. I have made the decision to put my handbags on Poshmark. That is very new to me, like selling directly. In the past, I have either sent some handbags to ThredUp or I've given them away or donated them. So my handbags that I am currently selling are on Poshmark, which has been an adventure all of itself, selling them and keeping up with all of that back and forth. But I just wanted to go through what I have on Poshmark and why I've decided to make the decision to sell these certain handbags. I like to share with you what handbags I've already sold and what ones I've not sold in my thought process of why. So let's get into it. So I just want to pull up my Poshmark so I won't have it right here. Hold on. Alrighty. So I think I said it before, not sure that I'm selling 11 handbags. And there's actually a couple that I still have that I'm still trying to decide on whether or not I want to sell them. And reflection on my self-discovery, thinking about why these are not handbags that I'm going to make any money on. I'm not looking at, hey, I want to sell these handbags because they are worth more than what I purchased for them. That is not the case at all. It's not financial. Yes, it is nice to make a little bit of money off your handbags, but none of my handbags are luxury. They're mainly mid-luxury, mid-tier handbags. So I just wanted to say this is not about money. This is just around making sure that I keep the things that I use and the things that I love. And also reflecting on that, my needs have changed. I don't reach for many of these handbags anymore. And also for the small amount of luxury bags that I do have, I have to keep up and I'll rather invest in pieces that I actually use. I have a Gucci bag and a Louis Vuitton bag that I do not use. I've probably used once since I've purchased them. And I would have to say that decision fatigue is a real thing. I have learned that more options don't always mean better choices. I'd rather have fewer well-loved bags in collection than I barely touch. So this is what I am choosing to sell. And give me your thoughts. Do you think that I'm making the right decision? What do you think about the handbags that I have decided to sell? And one of the things, and it's right behind me, that I have decided to sell is this Dooney and Burke, I'll put a picture of it, tote. I have had this for many years. I think I've had this, wow, goodness, it has to be over 10 years, probably more than that. And I don't use it. It's very heavy. It's beautiful leather, but for me, it's too heavy. It's not something that I would carry for work. It's too big to be a work tote and too big to be a travel tote. So it just became the bag that I stored other bags that I don't use in. So that's how I've been using this one, as a bag to store bags. So it's a beautiful leather. I love it. I hate to part with it because it's beautiful. I love Dooney and Burke's quality, but if it becomes the bag that you store other bags in, it's probably time to let it go. So that I have is this Dooney and Burke Florentine. And this was at the time too, one of the biggest complaints that I've heard about why people don't like Dooney and Burke, especially some of their older pieces, is because that they're heavy. And this is heavy. The leather is a heavy leather and it's a big bag. This kind of leads into like why some people don't like Dooney and Burke is because of the weight. One of the next items that I'm selling is this little cutie from Coach. I got this from the Coach outlet and it was an impulse buy. I remember the day that I went to the Coach outlet, saw it, and just purchased it. And First, the leather is beautiful. Probably one of the best leather bags that I've ever felt at Coach. But it's a mini bag or micro. Maybe it's not micro. Maybe it's just considered a mini. And it doesn't fit anything. So I never carry it. And the color, it just doesn't really work with anything that I own. I think it's a beautiful bag, a beautiful piece, but it's just not something I'm going to carry because it doesn't fit much in it. And it's hardly been used. So to me, this is something that I just would love to go to a home of a person who would use this and love this because it's really pretty. And the mustard color is great. But I don't carry, I don't use it. So this is another bag that I am deciding to let go. This one was very, very hard to let go of. But again, I never carried it. And this is another Dooney and Burke bag, but with the snake skin print. And I know how in trend snake skin is right now. And you're probably saying, Tamika, it's in trend, keep it. But I would prefer, if I'm going to have a snakeskin bag, to actually have one that is smaller and lighter. I saw one, I think I did it on like my wish list for Christmas. There's a Strathberry snakeskin bag. I'll put it right here that I would love to swap out for, to let this one go and to get the Strathberry snakeskin bag instead. This, again, beautiful quality from Dooney and Burke. Hardly used, never carried it. I don't think I've carried it. I probably carried this once outside of this house, which is really sad because she's beautiful. I mean, the inside, yeah. This makes me sad because I want to keep it. Emotional about these bags. I want to keep her, but I don't ever carry her. Again, a little bit on the heavier side. And I think when I talk about self-discovery, and it's also learning about things that work for me. And at times I would just purchase what I liked and not thinking about whether or not this actually would work for me. I am 4'11", I am petite. This bag is just too big. It's just too big for me. But she's a beauty. And she's on my Poshmark, so I'm gonna let her go. So another one, I put it here, she sold. Again, this is another Dooney and Burke bag in tan. I never carried her. Beautiful. Sold her to a person who thanked me, and hopefully they're enjoying her. But just, again, too big, did not fit my body frame. I think for me, I'll show you the size bag that I think really works for me, and this is too big. Another one is another Dooney and Burke tote bag. This is in the denim and leather bag. Again, hurt my heart to let this bag go. Beautiful. But again, never used it, never wore it. Too heavy. Again, it became a bag that I used to store other bags in and other stuff in, and that I don't believe is how you should be using your bags. The next one that I sold, that actually sold first, was this MCM bag. I think it's called the Clearout leather hobo bag. That sold right away. You'll see a theme in kind of the handbag brands that I love. I love Dooney and Burke. I really love MCM, and I like Coach shoes and accessories. I'm not necessarily a Coach bag girl, but I will buy Coach, but that's not my go-to. So I really like MCM. I have several MCM bags that I really enjoy wearing, but that was a bag that, again, was too big for me, and I just never ever carried it. It was also really light. I keep in my mind thinking that I need a light color handbag, but I never carry them. I just feel like I'm going to mess them up. I'm too precious. I'd rather go for a darker brown or black bag. But again, that's self-discovery and learning things that work for me. I'm really identifying and buying things that actually work in my wardrobe. And this bag just never really worked. It was too light. It is a bag that I would consider maybe getting in another color, but I have to remember my body type and my frame. It's too big. So Tamika, please don't do that. This other bag, which was actually the second bag that sold on Poshmark, is this bag called the JBM Villa Sap bag in pebble leather. This bag is actually from a Canadian leather company, and I was influenced by an influencer on YouTube who had a discount code, and she was styling this bag, and I loved how it looked on her. When I got the bag, again, it was a little too heavy for me. It was too big, and I just never carried it at all. I think maybe I carried it once, but it was not used. It sat in my closet for 2 years unused, so it needed to go. So again, I'm really working on the amount of social media I take in from influencers selling stuff, because I will admit, I am very easily influenced. And if it looks good on them, I assume that I'm going to like it, and it looks good on me, and then I get it and it's like a no-go. That is the thing with the D'Amelia bag that I have not put on Poshmark yet, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be going on there soon. This is another Dooney and Burke Penrose hobo bag. Here's the picture. And what I actually do have this bag here, but I'm on the fence of whether or not I want to sell it. So I actually wore it out on Friday night just to make the decision, because it's hardly used and it's such a beautiful brown. Being picky, I just don't like the straps on the bag. I love the bag itself, just don't like the straps. So I figured that out on Friday night when I carried it out again, that it is something that I'm going to continue to try and sell on Poshmark, but there hasn't been a lot of interest in it, but maybe it's priced too high. And then this last one is a Dooney and Burke monogrammed handbag that sold as well. And it was very interesting. The woman who purchased it needed it for vacation. And I thought to myself, why didn't I ever think to use it for vacation? It's like the perfect vacation bag. And not once did I ever think about using it for vacation. I always grab my Tumi bag, but this is actually a perfect vacation size bag as well. So that's 8 bags. And I know I mentioned 11. So there are 3 bags that I took off of Poshmark just because of the wear and tear of them. I didn't feel comfortable actually selling them. So I did decide to donate them to my local Goodwill. It didn't make sense unless I just gave them away for free, but I would prefer to do that for the Goodwill than to put them on Poshmark. So those are the handbags that I have decided to sell, and just the reasons why I am selling them and why they have not worked. They just haven't worked for me. And downsizing my handbag collection isn't just about getting rid of things, like I've said. It's really about shifting my mindset. I want to buy with purpose, and I want to love what I own and stop chasing must-have bags, not chasing the next thing, not chasing what an influencer says I should buy or purchase. Like, that is really what I am trying to do in this discovery, and also really thinking about mindful consumption. Because at the end of the day, style isn't about how many bags you have. It's about how you wear them and how they fit into your life. Less clutter, less clarity, buying for lifestyle and not a fantasy version of myself. And that's where I get into this last bag I want to show you. I don't have it on Poshmark because I'm trying to decide on where I want to sell it. And that is my Louis Vuitton. I'm sorry, I don't even know what it's called. So I still have the box because I think for the first year, I kept it in the box. I never even took it out of the box to wear it. And I actually purchased this in France at the Louis Vuitton store, one of the many Louis Vuitton stores in France. And again, impulse purchase. I went on a girls trip to Paris and everybody was buying handbags. Everybody was in the Louis Vuitton store and Gucci and Fendi. And I honestly just felt like I needed to buy something because everybody else was buying a bag at the time. Still had the box. I still had the dust bag. I have worn this bag 3 times. I still have that lock. I didn't even know what to do. This is how unexperienced I was with Louis Vuitton. I didn't know you're supposed to put this key thing on the bags. It's just been sitting in here. It's a shame. It's a shame. It's such a shame. But yeah, it's this Louis Vuitton bag. And I'm sorry, I do not know the name of this bag. If anybody knows the name, you can put it in the comments. But this is the Louis Vuitton handbag that I am just trying to figure out where I want to sell it. I know there are like the real fashion file, other places like that I will most likely sell this. This is not something I want to sell on like a Poshmark. This isn't something I want to sell myself. I'm very nervous about maybe being swindled or something like that. I don't know. I feel more with these mid-tier bag, I don't mind. And not that I don't mind being swindled, but I feel like there's a less likelihood when you're trying to sell a bag for $40 of being swindled. Maybe you can be. This is a bag that hopefully I can get over $1,000 for. Maybe not. I don't know. Please tell me if you guys know how much you think I would get for this bag. I can come back and report back on how much this bag actually sold for and where I sold it at. But yeah, this is a bag that really has continued to just sit in in my closet and get unused. So that will be sold and very soon as well. This is another luxury handbag that I will be selling, and I need to put her in the box as well, is my Gucci Blondie. Again, I have only worn her to style pieces on TikTok when I'm doing some fashion things on TikTok. This again was another impulse buy. I went to the Gucci store in Portugal to get a belt. I wanted the Gigi belt. That's all that I wanted. But I left with a Gucci belt and a handbag. And as beautiful as she is, I don't wear her. I don't know if it's the color. Again, it's a light handbag and I'm just nervous about carrying it. I thought last summer, I was like, okay, I got this bag. I'm going to wear her last summer to make sure that I got some use out of it. Never wore her last summer. We're coming on a second summer. I didn't wear her all winter. Summer's coming and I know I'm not going to wear her. I would love to. I think she's beautiful. She's the perfect size. Maybe it's the color. There's just something about this. Maybe it's too dressy. I'm more casual. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but we just have not really clicked. And I feel bad that she is just gathering dust in my closet. So again, this will be a bag that I will be selling to one of the real fashion cloud. Not sure, but I will let you know. And then lastly, it's her. This is I always say it wrong. Please correct me. This is the Demilia tote that I have fussed about on a couple of other videos as I compared it to one of the Dooney and Burke bags, and I kept going back and forth because again, this was another bag that I got for my 49th birthday, just like the Gucci. I got these two bags for my 49th birthday. That didn't work out and this didn't work out. So again, this will probably be another bag that I sell on I'm not going to try and sell this myself. This will be a bag that I will most likely sell on one of the sites as well. So what bags have I decided to keep? I will go into that in more detail in another video, but I just want to say that I still think it's too many. I'm still working on downsizing the bags, but I just want to keep a bag in like each category. A casual work bag, an evening bag, like a couple totes for work, a brown bag. Like I just want to have one or two in each category. And I still feel like right now there's a little bit too much in my closet for right now, but I just think that I just need another week or two to look through and decide and self-edit on if there's any more that I want to put onto Poshmark that are at the mid-price range, or are there a couple more luxury handbags that I want to sell? I think that I'm good. I don't have a lot of luxury handbags. I have a couple more MCM bags. I have a couple more Louis Vuitton bags. I'm just looking over there, and that is really it. And they are bags that I actually carry. Like I carry my Speedy 25. I carry that. I love that bag. I got it pre-loved on the Real. And when I think back to my trip to Paris when I purchased the bag that I'm going to be selling, that is when I should have purchased my Speedy 25. But I didn't know. And I wasn't prepared. So now I know about being more intentional, not just purchasing things on the fly, but really thinking through the things that I want and I need in my wardrobe. So that wraps it up. I would love to hear from you. Have you ever downsized your handbag collection? How many bags have you actually used and loved? So let's chat about it in the comments. Do you think I'm making the right decision, especially around my Gucci and my Louis Vuitton? Do you really think that I'm making the right decision to sell these two handbags, or do you think that I should keep them? And if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button so you don't miss another one. And thank you so much. And I'll see you in the next one where I will be talking about the bags that I've decided to keep and why I've decided to keep them. So there will be a link to past handbag review on the screen, and also a closet declutter video that I did as well. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.